Hey YouTubers, this is Natural Born Queen. Welcome to my channel. Tonight I'm going to be sharing with you guys my trip to Washington D.C. with my family. And those of you that know me very well, you know what reason I went to Washington. And I just wanted to share a few pictures with you guys. My memory card is misplaced, so I'm sharing the pictures that my son took. The pictures that you saw before was Mount Vernon. You saw the house where Martha and George Washington lived. The little house that you saw before this one was a necessary, which is an outhouse where they took care of their necessary business. This is like the area where the slaves were, that they cleaned up on the inside of the house and did the washing and all that different stuff. This is the view from the back of the house where a lot of guests were entertained, past presidents and whatnot, big officials, by George and Martha Washington. This lady here is dressed up as they would have been back in those days. I think it was the 1800s. This is where they did the killing of the poultry and hung the meat and whatnot. And then upcoming is the washroom where the slaves washed the clothing and ironed and all that stuff. What you see on the tables are actually irons. This is where George Washington currently lays, his body lays. He and his wife, Martha. This is where he's entombed. And the next one's going to be his wife. I had to crop a lot of the pictures. You don't get to see everything everywhere that I went on this trip because my kids and my husband are in a lot of the pictures. I had to do a lot of, and I had to cut down because of the time. But we did visit a lot of different places. This is a statue of George Washington. One of the things that I thought I should share with you guys, included in the picture, was the fashion back then. And this was one of the dresses worn by Martha Washington, the wife of George Washington. And the camera, my son's camera, didn't catch all the detailing in the dress. And these are the shoes, of course. But it's to give you a little glimpse of what we saw. And the next picture is where Martha sat and wrote letters to her husband while he was in the war. And what you see, the papers are actually the letters that came from George Washington and the letters that she wrote back to him. So that was a great piece of history that we got to see. Then we visited the Arlington National Cemetery. This is where the grave site of the, our guys that have been soldiers that have been lost in war. And it's very touching, guys, because you don't really get a sense of it just watching it on TV, but when you get there, you see how many the gravestones that are there. There are so many lives that have been lost. It goes on for miles and miles and miles. The body of Robert Kennedy, brother of JFK, John Kennedy, lies there, and this is his flag thing, headstone. Passed away in 1968. And the most recent Kennedy to pass away was Ted Kennedy. I think it was August of 2009, and this is his headstone. And that's the most recent Kennedy, the senator of Massachusetts, I think. You can look that up. These are like I said, it goes on for miles. It's so many. This is the changing of the guards. It's a ceremony for the unknown soldiers that have passed away, and they do this ceremony every hour, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. This is the Hiroshima statue thing, and you can look that up, and you know the story behind it all. I can't give you the story behind everything, but that's just a quick glimpse. This is the Washington Monument. This is the World War II Memorial. We went to dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe. In this Hard Rock Cafe is the jacket that Michael Jackson wore in one of his videos. I think it's a Beat It video, and I want to share that with you guys. This is U.S. Capitol, where the House of Representatives, it houses the House of Representatives and Senate and this is East Hill Street. Again, and guys, this is, like I said, I implore you guys to take your family, those of you, even if you don't have children, you want to just visit these places. This is the Supreme Court bar. You want to visit these places just to teach your children all the history behind America and why we stand. And what I didn't like is the fact that there wasn't much about the slaves, and as we all know, America was built on foreigners, and so I would have wished that they had more, but we did enjoy this, seeing all of this, and this stood out to me a lot, so I wanted to. This was from Hawaii, and it stands out. This is the rotunda in the Library of Congress. I think it's the rotunda. Yeah. And then those are the ceilings, guys. This is the ceiling. That's George Washington there with the 13 is it angels or something? Oh, this is the Hope Diamond. And guys, if you have not read about the Hope Diamond, you want to read that up. That's a great, just little information there. And there it sits. It's huge. It's beautiful, but I heard it's bad luck to have, so you don't want to wish you had that. And these are jewelry worn by past princesses and queens and whatnot. We visited the Ford's Theater, and as you all know, this is where Abraham Lincoln was shot. I took the children there, my husband. And you're going to see next the President box where he sat, and this is actually where he was shot. So that was great. Across the street from here is the house where he died, and this is the house. It's really small, and we've been on the inside. As you can see the flag. He died on April 15th, 1865 at 7:22 in the morning. This is the living room area, I guess. The guest area, or bedroom thing. And this is the room where he died. And next you're going to see the bed where he died. President Lincoln died in this room at 7:22 a.m. on April 15th, 1865. And there's the bed. This is the Thomas Jefferson Memorial. Then you're going to see the statue, 1826. The statue faces the White House. And all of these pictures were taken by my handsome son, my 13-year-old. And of course, none of the pictures you're going to see my family and I. And this is the Lincoln Memorial. And this was so important for me to see because this was where Obama made his speech. The inauguration took place. And as well as Martin Luther King made his speech from here. And what you're going to see is where he stood and made that "I have a dream" speech. That was really, really important for me to see and touch. So this is the Air and Space Museum. I took the kids there. I think this was the best place that they enjoyed most of all. They loved the planes and all the space stuff. So they loved that. Guys, I just wanted to share the pictures with you guys that we visited, of course, in front of the White House and all the stuff. But those of you that know me know why I was there. So you guys will be getting certain pictures that know me and know who I am. So guys, I love you all. Be safe, be blessed, and be beautiful. I wanted to share this picture with you guys, so I hope you enjoy.